Good evening and welcome to MormonVegetarian.com. Tonight we're going to be making a very, very special dish. We're going to be making my very popular red lentil soup. It's a very simple recipe, feeds about 8 people, easy to make, all natural ingredients. I'm particularly delighted to be sharing this tonight with the Relief Society Sisters of the Mesa Vista Ward, under the able direction of Sister Shannon Sorensen, who's asked me to show you how to make this wonderful soup. And I think it was Shannon who said, I remember her saying one time, even more than the love of my family, I love a good bowl of soup. And so with that as an introduction, let me first tell you the ingredients that you're going to need. First of all, beautiful red lentils. 2 cups. And you rinse them and pick through them, but typically you're going to be okay. But 2 cups of red lentils. I've done it with green, I've done it with yellow. Works beautifully. I just love the red lentils, a little bit more nutritional value. 8 cups of water, some vegetable stock. I like to use the Better Than Bouillon, the vegetable base. I actually use 4 cups of water, 4 cups of vegetable stock. You're going to need some onions. You could use white, red, yellow, whatever you like. I call for a large onion. I like a lot of onions in it, so for tonight's recipe I'm going to use a large one and a smaller one. You're going to need some olive oil to saute your onions and your vegetables. Some fresh garlic. I use about 4 cloves in this particular recipe. You mince it up really nice and fine. You're going to need some sea salt for taste. Some pepper. Some people like a little more pepper than others. Your seasonings, besides the salt and pepper, are going to be paprika, beautiful pungent paprika. Cumin gives it that beautiful smoky flavor, and turmeric gives it that really nice yellow flavor. And then I should also mention you're going to want carrots. You can make it without these, but I found that with the carrots and the celery it's really, really good. So finely diced fresh carrots and fresh celery. And then your garnish, and this is really important, freshly squeezed lemon juice. Just before you serve it, you put in a little bit of fresh lemon juice. Oh, it is amazing. And then we love to put chunks of fresh avocado in it as well. We'll show you how that works. And then some people I have shared this with put a little parsley on it as a garnish, and even a little dollop of fresh, unsweetened, unflavored yogurt in there. Mix it all up. It's really, really good. So I'm going to prepare all these are the ingredients you're going to need, and then I'm going to prepare all this, and we'll be back to show you how to put the soup together. All right, we're ready to put it all together. So as I mentioned, you start with 8 cups of water. I've got 4 cups in here already. Here's another 4 cups. You can use all water or all vegetable stock. I like to use 4 cups of regular water and then 4 cups of vegetable stock. This is this Better Than Bouillon vegetable base that I use. And I put about a teaspoon or a tablespoon and a half in the water to give it some extra flavor, and this makes it a purely vegan soup. So you do that, put that on about medium heat. Then you've got your beautiful lentils. Put your lentils in there, and those start to cook up just beautifully. So while that's all happening, you got to keep your eye on this because you don't want it to boil over. But we'll just mix all that up. Linda, why don't you get a little peek at that right there? You can kind of see that we've got all of the lentils in there with the vegetable broth. 8 cups of water, 2 cups of lentils, tablespoon and a half of vegetable bouillon. Now we're going to start making the saute the vegetables. Linda's been helping me here, by the way, and they're doing a great job. So the first thing you want to do is put a little olive oil in. The better the olive oil, the better. And I think I called for 3 tablespoons in the recipe that we're handing out tonight. 2 or 3 will do it. We're actually big fans of olive oil, so I'm probably going to use 3 tonight. 2 would certainly do it. 2 in a little bit. Get your olive oil in there. Then you want to start sauteing your vegetables. Look at the beautifully chopped onions. We used white onions tonight. Linda chopped those up really nice and fine. Those will start to saute in there. And you want to saute the vegetables with until they're clear. And then with the spices before you put them into the main soup, because the spices really suffuse the onions and the garlic. Here's the garlic. We got about 4 cloves of garlic, finely fresh garlic. You could use minced garlic from the store, but we always like to use fresh. And then look at this. 2 carrots and 2 celery. Linda made those up beautifully. The colors of the soup are just fantastic. The reds of the lentils and the orange of the carrots and the white of the celery, or the green of the celery and the white of the onions. So you got this in about medium heat. You just want to saute that in there until the onions are transparent. And one other thing you want to flavor on the base of the soup, and now you're cooking up these lentils until they're nice and soft, is a little bit of sea salt. I like to use the Redmond sea salt. You'll be interested to know this actually comes from the Great Salt Lake. It's ancient, what they call Celtic salt. Just enough to kind of, I don't know how much I put in, probably a teaspoon or so. Linda's a real pepper fan, so put a little pepper in the bouillon as well. I put probably a little bit more than most people would because Linda really likes the pepper. And just let that start to saute. Like any good recipe, you start to kind of feel these things, right? I mean, we got recommended amounts, but you can kind of play with it a little bit. So that is starting to cook. Come on over here, Linda. This is starting to saute up, and we're going to let that go for about probably 10 minutes, and then we'll come back and put it all together. Thanks. All right, here we go. Come on over here, Linda. So we've got our lentils boiling up really nicely. They're starting to separate. You see a little foam on top there, but you kind of got that's getting all ready. Here's our vegetables. You can see that they're all translucent now, and now we're going to add the spices. So the first one we're going to add in is the paprika. So you put 1 teaspoon of paprika in there. Colors and the flavors are just incredible. One of my favorite spices, cumin. Use cumin in everything, my chili, and put some cumin in there. And here's the pièce de résistance, the turmeric, very potent and a beautiful color. So we put that in there. Now you want to mix this all up really nice. You get this incredible, one of these days we'll have smell-o-vision. And you mix that all up, so you got carrots and celery and onion and garlic, all sauteed with paprika and cumin and turmeric. And there you go. Now you're going to want to transfer this into the soup. So there you go. You put all this in the soup. And if you want to come over here, Linda, we'll get a close-up. I'll put this, make sure you get it all. Put it right in there. By the way, this is, like typical soups, this gets better and better as you go along. So I typically make a couple of batches of these a week, and we just have it ready and heat it up. And you can kind of see the beautiful texture of that. We're going to probably let that cook for another, I'd say 10 minutes, and it'll be ready to go. We'll show you how to garnish it. And then this batch is actually going over to Karen Shipley, who I just talked to, and she's going to feed 4 of her family tonight. She's in the process of moving, so the Relief Society is doing their duty over there and helping her out. But she's going to love this soup. Okay, there you go. You got red lentil soup. We're going to let it simmer for a while. We'll be back to garnish it up and have a taste. See ya. All right, soup's on. Come and get a close-up of this, sweetheart. See how beautiful that is. Got some beautiful soup there. So we're going to take the rest of this is going to Karen, but we're going to try a little bit before we do so. So you want to put the soup in your bowl. Don't forget, this is freshly squeezed lemon juice. Put a little bit of lemon juice in there. This just really ties it together. A little bit of fresh avocado. And you have got an extraordinarily nutritious. Now I'm going to let my taster.
No, you do it.
I'm going to do it? Okay. Let's see how we did here. Nice knot. You ready for this? Don't forget the lemon juice. Fantastic. Well, listen, it's been fun having you here tonight. So from MormonVegetarian.com, that's very healthy, simple, inexpensive, nutritious, vegan, red lentil soup. See you next time.